Today, I'm going to show you here how to install Windows 11 operating system on a virtual machine. So for that, I'm going to create a new virtual machine. So go to new virtual machine and I'm going to click custom model, not the typical. So I'm going to click custom, right? There's a reason why I'm going to pick custom. Go to the next one and yep, go back next and then select the operating system and you can set up a password here. Right, set some password. I'll put the keys later on. Next, and let's say Win 11. Right, but I'm going to install Windows 10 first, but then I will upgrade it to Windows 11. So this is the reason that I picked it to create the custom mode, because if I go through the custom, then I have the option to pick UEFI and secure boot, because it is one of the mandatory requirements that you must have UEFI and secure boot enabled. And click next. A number of processors fine too, and I'm going to put this to 892 8 GB, so 8192. Click next. NAT iSCSI M2 is my device. Create new virtual disk. 60 GB is fine, so I'm going to put 70 here, so because you need to have 60 GB and at least minimum of 9 GB free space. Next, finish. So now I have created a virtual machine using the UEFI option. So this is all right if you have got if you are creating a completely new virtual machine to install Windows 11. But what if you have an existing virtual machine which you created in BIOS, right? So you created that as a BIOS option, right? So for example, like this. Alright, so you got a virtual machine, you install it here, and this is Win 10. So which is, I'm trying to simulate you to show something like you have an existing virtual machine which is running Windows 10. And again, I'm going to say this has 8 GB RAM again, because it's one of the requirements. So I'm going to say 8 GB. Alright, and finish. So now we have two virtual machines. One is prepared to install Windows 11. I have enabled UEFI and everything. But on the second machine, this is sort of like, you can think as you have this machine for some time and you wanted to update this. In this situation, if you install Windows 10, right, it's not going to really work. For you to make sure to install Windows 10, there's something called PC Health Checker. We're going to run that one. So I'll show you once I complete the installation. So I'm first going to start the installation here. Alright, so you get the error message here. I know how to fix the error message. So let's go to the files under virtual machine files, Windows 10 and Windows 11. So I'm going to open this Windows VMX file, and if you see VLC true, I'm going to change this to false. All you have to do is that false, done. And the same thing I'm going to do it for the other machine. Sorry, I did for Windows 10. Let me do it for Windows 11. True to false. No, that's wrong thing. And let's see, false. Right. So now if I power it on, this is going to work. This is going to power on with no error message. You can see. Yep. So press any key. So it's installing Windows 10 operating system, but keep in mind this Windows 11 machine is prepared to install Windows 11. So this is sort of a brand new machine that I've prepared just for the purpose to install Windows 11 directly. But again, I'm going to upgrade from Windows 10. But this machine is Windows 10. We can take this as your existing virtual machine, which you have prepared somehow in BIOS, not the UEFI model, right? So both of them, let's complete the OS installation and then go and check the health check. And of course, the health check will be success on Windows 10, Windows 11, but it will fail on Windows 10, and it will say TMP is disabled or it's not active. So you have to go, you have to type tpm.msc, and if you check that, it will show that tpm.msc is disabled there, right? So we will have to enable that. I'll show you what to do with that, right? So let's first complete this one, right, the installation, and then we'll come back and check it. Right, now we can see the virtual machine is installed. I'm going to log in. Right, log in. So this is the one that I've prepared to install Windows 11. This I'm going to simulate as my old Windows 10 machine that I'm going to upgrade to Windows 11, but it runs on BIOS, right? The firmware is in BIOS, but the other one, the firmware is in UEFI, right? So that's why I'm using two, just to show you guys the difference between them and how you can enable, right? So now let's go and check the PC health check. So I have the PC health check copied here. Let me paste. So that's the software. Install it. Install. So same thing I'm going to do it to here. I'm going to paste that software. I had it on my local computer here. I'm going to copy from my local computer. It's from Microsoft site. You can download it from Microsoft site. PC health checker. Install it. Right, install. Let's this to finish. Right, check now. TAPM 2 must be enabled, right? So let's see how we can go and enable this one, right? I'll show you how to enable this one as well, right? In both of them, I'll show you how to enable this one, right? Let's check on this one. We will have exact same message, right? Needs to be enabled. Right, to enable this one, there's ways to enable this one. Let's do one thing. To do that, I need to shut down both of these virtual machines. I'm going to shut down the virtual machine. Right, I'm going to shut down this virtual machine too. Right, once the virtual machine's been shut down, let's go to settings. Right, in the settings, right, we can add the trusted platform module. But you can see, to add the trusted platform module, you need to have UEFI firmware. This is why I said, like, when I create the Windows 11, I created with UEFI. So if I go and click add trusted platform, right, encrypted, but it's not been encrypted, right? So the message is not, but it's a UEFI framework. What we can do, we can encrypt. Go here, access control, and click encrypt. Give a password to encrypt the virtual machine, or virtual disk, right? Oh, sorry, the password do not match. Encrypt. So it's encrypting. So once it's done, I'm going to go to the other machine, which is the Windows 10 simulating old machine, and encrypt it, right? So this is going to take time because it's going to encrypt the whole hard disk, right? It is for the security reason we are encrypting the hard disk. So let's wait this to happen. I'm going to do the exact same thing on Windows 10 other machine. So there's no difference, right? Exact same thing we are going to do it. There's two more steps to do. We have to add the trusted platform, and then we have to enable the security boot. So two more steps to go, right? So it's encrypted, right? Come back here, add trusted platform. Now you can see you can add that, right? So it's been added. So you can say click OK. So trusted module added. What we have to do is we'll have to go back here, advanced. See, secure boot is enabled here, right? All good. This machine, if I power on, this should now go, and the what do you call, the PC health check should be success on this machine. Let's come back to this machine again. Now here on this machine, if you see on this machine, encrypt. Let's do that. right? So first I'm encrypting, and then I'm going to add the trusted platform as well. But you will find this machine is a BIOS based machine, not the UEFI based machine. So that's to simulate like as an old Windows 10 machine, right? So the whole purpose of this machine is just to simulate the old system. So this is sort of a comparing. I'll release another video, completely two separate ones, so that you are not going to get confused, but this is just a learning one. Right, so it's almost about to complete the encryption. Right, encryption is done, completed. Let's go back here, click add, trusted one, added. Right, go back here, click on advanced. You can see it's not enabled here. Previously it was enabled because we prepared the virtual machine to work on that order. So click OK. Right, now both the machines are ready, and we should see now the health check should pass. Right, let's go back to Windows 10 here. Windows 10 machine. Enter the password. I'll go back to this machine as well. Maybe let's put that into big screen, full screen, and let's go check the PC health check. Health check. Check now. There you go. It's success. Great news. Windows 11 is fine to install here. Right. Let's do it on this machine one more time. I'm going to go back to right. That's already. So you could see the difference here, right? So this is completely new machine. I prepared for this purpose, but when I created this virtual machine, I made sure that I configured this as a UEFI enabled firmware. But this one I created though now, but the whole purpose why I created this machine is to show you that if you have had already your Windows 10 machine, but it was created in BIOS firmware, then how do you convert that to UEFI to enable the trusted platform module, right? So that's the whole reason that I've created two machines. Now they both are ready to install Windows 11. All you have to do is just go and download the Microsoft installation assistant, download and install. So that I will show it on another video. Thanks for watching. Please go subscribe to FaceItNet to see more interesting videos. Thanks for watching.